Oh my god, it is hot and hot here.
So today we're going to be making a pen from a pen kit. Not to endorse any company, I bought the pen kit from Carbatech and it is the bolt action one. So the piece of wood we're using is this piece of nice spotted gum. I was originally going to make it into a part for a Rube Goldberg's machine, which was for year 9 for a science project. But then I found that I cut it a little bit too narrow for the part that I was making, so I ditched it. And that's how we got our hands on this really curled piece of spotted gum. I didn't actually notice that was curled at the time, so that's why I used it. The plan is really quite simple. I really just need to fit a round piece of wood onto this brass tube and then turn it round with the bushings on either side. Jesus Christ, so much for being a spiral head. Completely wrecked it. Luckily, I still have to turn it down quite a bit, so it shouldn't matter. It's a little bit loose, but hopefully the epoxy will fix it. It's the second day and the epoxy has fully cured, so now I'm going to use the bushings, mount it on the lathe and turn it. Time to try out the new cutter that I bought for the lathe. Now we use the bushings to turn it round. Oh my god, that is actually quite rough. So I'm going to try out the old high-speed steel bit and see whether that one works any better. That's a lot better. At this stage we're only about half a mil to 1 mil off from the correct diameter as indicated by the diameter of the bushing, and I actually want a bulge in the middle, so I'm going to start using sandpaper to sand the sides to be flush with the bushing. The last stage of polishing is to rub it with some dead skin cells. Definitely not for mass production. Damn, that looks awesome. Holy crap. And it also has that very slight bulge in the middle, just as I wanted. So now it's time to assemble it. Now the thing is though, the shaft itself measures about 8.8, while the hole is actually about 8.7. So there's about 0.1 of a millimeter of difference between the two, and that makes it very, very difficult to fit it in. So I'm going to try putting these two parts, the middle parts, into the freezer, and then hopefully the drop in temperature will make it shrink, and then meanwhile I'll just put a coat of finish on the wooden parts. Okay, hopefully putting it into the freezer will help. Now it's the moment of truth. Oh god, it's cold. That was easier than I thought. Now to do the reverse of what I always do to my friends' pens during lesson. And hopefully it works. Yep. Nice. Hooray, it actually works. Yeah, sneak that one in. And so I suppose that concludes the project. Perfect for Christmas. I'm really starting to like these bolt action pens better than the conventional press ones. Maybe because I haven't really seen much of these around and because they're new, and I always like to take things apart during lessons, so this should be a good substitute. The sad thing is the wood doesn't really shine out too much, especially the curly bits. Only some of the lighter parts really do. So I probably should have picked something even more jarring, so to catch people's attention. I am planning on one day to make a pen that is all wood, except for the refill, the bit that you actually write with. Because after making this one, I don't think it's too complicated to make, especially if I have the lathe and the pen spreader to help with some of the finer stuff. So that should be a good challenge to do. Right now, I'm just glad I got back from exams and holidays finally started. Probably chill out.